Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the War Train here. In today's video, I want to show you guys an update to my Nintendo Switch collection. Now, I had a Nintendo Switch pre-ordered at launch, and day one, I picked up Breath of the Wild and 1-2 Switch. And then after that, there wasn't a whole lot of games that were coming out, but I played the hell out of some Breath of the Wild. But it left me hungry for more games on this platform. By this time, I totally fell in love with the hybrid idea. And I knew the Switch was going to be a big hit, and I knew this is going to be something that people started to, seek out and start seeking out these games. So I just started picking them up, and before you knew it, I realized I was just straight up collecting for the Switch. So it was at that point where I just fully on embraced it, and here we are a couple of years later. I want to show you guys the games I got in my collection. We got a ton of stuff to go through, 200 plus games, so let's get to it, guys. Alright guys, so now you see all these games. There's a lot. It's almost hard for me to believe how big this collection has grown. Like I said, this is just the games. So I'm going to do my best to go as fast as I can through these games so you guys can see what I have in this collection. So starting off, this is a newer one I got, Black Sad. This is a limited edition. This is still sealed. Game is in there. Pretty cool. Has a hologram on the front. But pretty awesome looking game case there. Now, right here, this is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I actually, in the back right there, I actually have the collector's edition, and this was the steel book that came in, and this is the only case for the game that it came with. And then right here, I got Smash Brothers Ultimate that came up above the Breath of the Wild here. Super Smash Ultimate came with the controller and the steel bookcase. So pretty awesome stuff. I love the inside of this. It has basically one of the maps in the game, so I thought that was really cool. Then I got Flashback here. This is the 25th anniversary, and I also got a big box or bigger box for it. Right here, the collector's edition. This is one of the cases that came with this. And right here, I've got two Aladdin and the Lion King collections. These are the retro editions. These were an exclusive to Best Buy around Christmas, and I'm glad I waited on this game and seen these. One looks like a Sega Genesis box, and the other one looks like a Super Nintendo box. So I had to pick these up. I couldn't decide. Both pretty awesome. So then I have The Witcher Wild Hunt. What a lot of people say was the impossible port, but we did get this game. And it is a really decent port. Now this is an anime game, a little wild. Gun Pixies. Definitely an odd game, to say the least. I do have a gameplay video on this game if you're interested on how weird it is. Definitely a little hard to recommend something like this, but definitely unique. Right here, another big box, Raging Loop, Day 1 edition. I haven't checked this game out yet, but I got it the same day as I got Gun Pixie. So I don't know if it's very similar or not. I think it's more or less a like a visual novel. I could be wrong about that, but it definitely could be. And right here I got some more big boxes. I got Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. These are the Explorer editions. One of these is sealed and one is open. This came with an art book inside and a map, so I had to get this variant, and I had to have one sealed and one open. And then another big box is Shantae and the Half Genie Hero Ultimate Edition. Definitely like Shantae, pretty cool game. Splatoon, the Starter Edition. Just something I had to get because I had this little strategy guide and stickers in this big box. I thought it was pretty cool, and it was just a neat little variant. And then I have Axiom Verge. Now this is the Multiverse Edition. This was a game that I started playing on the eShop. This game came out for like everything. It's a Metroidvania style game. Definitely reminds me of Metroid, and I had a lot of fun with this. There is a second one coming out, and I can't wait to get that one. So now digging into the stacks. Super Mario Maker 2. I don't think this game needs any introduction, guys. Most people have this game or know about it. And another copy of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I had to get two because I needed to get one for my son. So definitely a must-own for the Nintendo Switch. Let's see, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Cool if you're into Dragon Ball Z. The End is Nigh, a Nicalis game. They always give you goodies in the box. I love collecting these games. Brawlout. This was a game that was on the eShop that they winded up bringing a physical edition to it. Astral Chain. By Platinum Games. They're the ones that make Bayonetta. This is an action game that is definitely a lot of fun. And one of the Legend of Zelda copies. This was the one that was in that big box, the Explorer Edition, the one that was open, because it has the different backing on it. The one with the Guardian. That's how you know that this is a not for resale version. Then I got Nickelodeon Kart Racers with SpongeBob and the Ninja Turtles and Patrick there. And Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair. Definitely a really fun platforming game modeled after Donkey Kong Country 2, worth a pickup. Then I got Darksiders War Mastered Edition. This is the misprint, obviously with the black spine and the black Nintendo Switch logo. This was a big mistake, but it's a really cool one and I had to pick that up. So I got a limited run version of Celeste. This came directly from Limited Run. A really cool and hard as nails platformer. You're gonna die a lot playing that game, but it is definitely fun. My Friend Pedro, an indie game that got a physical release. Got a cool mechanic where you slow stuff down. Definitely an interesting game and fun. Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition. I love the Darksiders games, and for me this was a must-own on Switch. Then we got Toe Jam and Earl Back in the Groove. I have a lot of nostalgia for this franchise, and this goes back to the first game, the roots of the first game. So for me, this was a must-own. The Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams Owl Limited Edition. This is a really cool looking game. I actually have this also on the Wii U. Definitely a little tougher to find these days. And something that was hard to find right away is Samurai Showdown on Switch. This was definitely hard to find. I had to chase this game down. And there wasn't barely any copies within 250 miles of me. And recently I got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Haven't checked it out yet, but this is a remake of DS games. Also got Civilization 6. This is a civilization builder. Simple as that. Resident Evil Origins Collection. For me, this was a must-own. I've been wanting to get this for a while. And Trials Rising. This is stunt racing. Definitely really cool stuff right there. In my opinion, one of the best games on Nintendo Switch, and that is Tetris 99. This game is absolutely fantastic, and in my opinion, a must-own. And we got Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, another absolutely fantastic game. Just Shovel Knight is awesome. Tiny Troopers XL Joint Ops, a twin stick shooter. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. This is the DLC Torna, the Golden Country, that actually came out with a physical version. This is a prequel. Then I got Saints Row the Third, the full package, and Saints Row the Fourth Re-Elected. This one actually just released. So I also got Scribblenauts, the Mega Pack. This has 2 Scribblenauts games on it. Assassin's Creed The Rebel Collection with Black Flag and Assassin's Creed Rogue. Layton's Mystery Journey. These Layton Mystery Journey games are something that was on the DS, and it's pretty cool that they're on the Switch now. So then I got Has Been Heroes. This was a game that came out right around the launch window. And showing you guys 3 brand new pickups I got today. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. I didn't have this game, obviously, till now. So this is a game I've been wanting to pick up for a bit and finally got it. Another one I've been wanting to pick up is Spyro Reignited Trilogy. I had this on the Xbox One, so now I have it on the Nintendo Switch as well. Definitely a cool remake of the 3 games. And I just got this one. I believe it just came out. Cooking Mama Cookstar. I believe this was a franchise that was on the DS, probably the 3DS as well. This uses motion controls and you cook. I thought this was interesting, so I picked it up. Probably fun to play with the kids. Then I have Cat Quest. Haven't seen this in a while. I don't think they made a lot of copies of that, honestly. Now, the next one is Tiny Barbarian, a Nicalis game, packed with a bunch of goodies. This is a fun little game where you're, like it says, a tiny barbarian. Definitely a lot of fun, that game. And another Nicalis game, Code of Princess. Definitely cool. I love collecting these Nicalis games. They give you a bunch of goodies. Just like the next one here, another Nicalis one, Blade Strangers. Now this is a fighting game that has some of their characters from the different franchises. And It'll Do Too, another Nicalis game. I try to keep these ones at least sorta in the cellophane because they usually come with stickers on them. So I usually just rip the top off to pull the game out so I can play it. And Mutant Football Dynasty Edition, Mutant Football League. Definitely cool stuff with these mutant sports games. Then we got Wonder Boy The Dragon's Trap. Definitely a cool game right there. Shaq Fu, A Legend Reborn. One that I just had to pick up. I had it digitally, but I figured I'd just pick it up for my collection. I was able to get it fairly cheap. One I recently got, Langrisser 1 and 2. These are, I believe, tactical RPGs that are from older consoles. So definitely cool to have this in one collection on Switch. And here is the Axiom Verge game that was in the Multiverse edition. This is actually sealed. I just opened that box because I wanted to look at the art book. I thought the art book was pretty cool, and I like looking at the art from the different games. Now this next one, Everspace Stellar Edition. This is, like it says, a space flying game. And a shoot 'em up, Raiden 5 Director's Cut. These Raiden franchise games are absolutely awesome. And Cat Quest, a game I haven't seen much of in a while. I haven't seen this game on shelves in a while. And The Forager. This is an indie game that got a physical release. Tokyo Mirage Sessions Fire Emblem Encore. I guess that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. I don't know. But I do have this on the Wii U as well, and now I have it on the Nintendo Switch. And I got Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. This was a limited run game that I got at Best Buy. So thank you, Best Buy, for having that. Penny Punching Princess. This is another indie game, and the princess is able to basically pay enemies that she fights to be on her side and fight with her. So that's pretty interesting. So right here I got Nintendo Labo Joy-Con or Toy-Con 4. I actually have the Toy-Con box not here. I always forget something in this video, but I got the Toy-Cons and the VR and all that stuff and the blaster back on my shelf, but this is the game for it. I always try to display this stuff, but I always forget something because there's so much stuff I have everywhere. Dead Cells, the Action Game of the Year edition. One of my favorite games, period. Resident Evil Revelations collection. We got Revelations 1 and 2 on here. Another limited run Golf Story, an indie game that got a physical. Gotta love that. Really cool game. Sonic Forces. The newest Sonic 3D game. Love it or hate it, but that's the newest Sonic game we got. Yoku's Island Express, a really interesting game. It uses pinball mechanics mixed with a Metroidvania style of gameplay. Unique as hell. Pokemon Tournament DX, a Wii U game, came to Switch. And that was an early game for Switch as well. And Bendy and the Ink Machine. Definitely a freaky game. My kid loves the show. Battle Chasers Night War. Dragon Marked for Death. Definitely love these 16-bit style games. And a Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. This game has absolutely gorgeous handheld visuals. The graphics look awesome. Very similar to Shantae. Mega Man 11, and right up here I have the box that it came in with the Mega Man amiibo. I believe that was a GameStop exclusive for the 30th edition, 30th anniversary. Children of Morta. This is an indie game that got a physical. New Super Lucky's Tale, a 3D collectathon, definitely a fun game. Has really cool mechanics. I like going under the dirt and popping up. Final Fantasy X and X-2. A classic brought over to the Switch. Now, Ring Fit Adventure in the back there. If you can see it, I got the Ring Fit Adventure or Ring Fit box with the whatever they call that thing. But that the Ring Con, I guess is what it's called. Definitely a great idea to work out, and it is a fun game. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Right here I have the big box for this. This is the Dreamer Edition, so pretty sweet. Fire Emblem Warriors. Now this is one of the first collectors or special editions that I got. I think it was actually one of the early ones. So Fire Emblem Warriors, definitely a cool hack and slash game. Limited Runs Freedom Planet. So another game that I got from Limited Run at Best Buy. Dragon Ball Fighters. Absolutely fantastic fighting game. This is one of the best fighting games to come out in the last couple of years. Fire Emblem Three Houses, an excellent game. Definitely worth picking up. So start moving some of these down. Hello Kitty Cruisers. This was actually one of the most rarest games on the Wii U. I actually do have it on the Wii U, and now I have it on the Nintendo Switch. They didn't do a long run of this one either, so pretty cool to have that weird game in the collection. But you know, it's a kart racer, but it's nothing great, but it's not the worst. Darkest Dungeon, Ancestral Edition. Collection of Mana, absolutely fantastic. Love this collection here. Ghostbusters, the video game, an absolutely great game as well. And one of the best selling on the Switch, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and a must own for the system. And we got Pokemon Eevee, some Penguin Wars, Mario and Sonic at the Olympics, Tokyo 2020 Olympics. Valfaris, a like 16-bit style heavy metal platformer, pretty cool. Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz HD. This was actually a Wii game, and this is the HD version of it. Starlink Battle for Atlas. This is actually in the Starlink collection back here, the empty one on the bottom, because the one on the top here is actually a sealed one that I got for dirt cheap. LA Noire, one of the really large early games that we got on the Nintendo Switch that required a download. So that was the precursor for a bunch of things to come. Super Mario U Deluxe, a port from the Wii U. Skyrim, a game that they advertised a lot when the Switch was first coming out. Mortal Kombat 11, an absolutely great Mortal Kombat game. The Blob 2, and Owlboy. This is a great looking 16-bit style game. SteamWorld Dig 2. Used to be the go-to indie game for a while. A really good game. And Let's Go Pikachu. Not a bad game. Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. I actually enjoy those games. Alright, so moving on to the next stack. We've got 2 copies of Animal Crossing. I had to pick up another one for me and one for my kids. This is a huge hit, and right now we're all playing Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing and Doom. I'm playing Doom and Animal Crossing, so go figure. So, Stern Pinball Arcade. The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. I'm still kicking myself for not picking this up. When it first came out around launch, it had a variant cover. I seen it all the time, and now it goes for quite a bit more. I still will pick it up probably one day. Let's see, I just got this one recently. Galaxy, The Void, and Skulls of the Shogun Bonafide Edition. I did play both of these games, and they are surprisingly pretty good. I definitely had some fun playing that. 2 Point Hospital, another game that there's not a lot of copies around my area for the Switch. So definitely glad I got this while I could. Luigi's Mansion 3, a great game for the Switch. Cinemora X, a shoot 'em up, really good here with a cool time slowing down mechanic. And Trine 1, 2, 3, and 4, it's the Ultimate Collection. The Sega Genesis Classics, over 50 classic games. This is an awesome collection, and if you like Sega, definitely pick this up. Undertale, a fantastic game. I was blown away on how crazy this game is. Definitely check it out if you've never played it, and just bear with how weird it is and keep playing it. It's unique. Puyo Puyo Tetris, another early game on the Switch. Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack, a really cool game. Definitely recommend these Gunvolt games. Dark Souls Remastered. That definitely doesn't need an introduction. And Little Friends, Dogs and Cats, a game I got for my daughter to play, and she definitely likes that. And for my son, Race with Ryan. All the kids love Ryan. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. This was a PS2 GameCube era game, now on the Nintendo Switch. And here we have Darksiders War Mastered Edition, the regular edition, not the black label. So I had to get one that I could play, because the game's awesome. And Killer Queen Black. Definitely a game that is best played with multiple people. SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. And going to another stack. Actually, I'll move these stacks down here. So many games to get through. Alright, try to go through these quicker. Bayonetta 2, Sonic Mania Plus. One I don't see a lot anymore, the Plus. I do see the Sonic Mania, but not the Plus version. Katamari Damacy Reroll. NBA 2K18. I haven't got a newer one. Guacamelee, a 1-2 Punch Collection. Another great beat 'em up, Zyvariar Delta. A stealth game, Origami Shadow Edition. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Absolutely love this game. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. I really love this game too, but not the best version of it, but still a great game. Friday the 13th, the game. Star Wars Pinball. This is a fantastic pinball game if you like pinball. The Duck Game. This is one of my son's favorite games. Definitely a game where you have to play with multiple people. And Shrine, Series 1 through 3. Now, you're probably wondering why I have the collection and 1 through 3, because I did buy the collection, and 1 through 3 was a download, so it was used, so that code was used up, so it was only Shrine 4, so I bought 1 through 3. So I had all of them. And Dragon Quest XI, absolutely fantastic game. Super Mario Party. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. River City Girls. A really cool game, great music, and this game seems to be skyrocketing in price. It's absolutely nuts. And Flashback, this came with the other blue case that I showed you before, the steel bookcase, and the the cardboard big box. So that was actually part of that. And then we got SNK 40th Anniversary Collection. Really cool bunch of retro games. And Cave Story, a game that has been on a bunch of stuff, 3DS included. And we got Doom 2016, absolutely fantastic. Doom Eternal, another great entry to Doom that will be coming into Switch, and I will be picking that up as well. Dragon Quest Builders 2, this is a great game. And Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. If you like Street Fighter, this is a must-own. Rayman Legends, another must-own if you like platformers. Moonlighter, this is an indie that got a physical version. And then 1-2 Switch, the notorious 1-2 Switch. Then we got Pokemon Sword and Shield here. Definitely don't need any introduction on those. Then we got Snack World, the Dungeon Crawl. And my original copy of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is the retail version. Then MXGP3, a motocross game. Definitely not the greatest. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Ultra Street Fighter 2 The Final Challengers. This is one we had before we had the 30th anniversary collection. Metro Redux. Absolutely great games. This is worth a pickup. Max, The Curse of the Brotherhood. Into the Dead 2. And Darksiders Genesis. Another absolutely fantastic game. Mutant Road to Eden. And this is Shantae Half Genie Hero. This actually is the case that came out of the big box. And then Namco Museum Arcade Pack. So this actually does have Pac-Man, what is it? Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 on it, as well as a bunch of other great Namco classics. That is worth a pickup if you like Namco games. Then we got Batman, the Telltale series. Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana. Definitely a cool RPG, an action RPG. Mario Tennis Aces. Doesn't need an introduction. Either does this. Yoshi's Crafted World. A very easy game, but you will have fun if you just want to relax and just play through an easy platformer. And Kirby Star Allies, an extremely easy game. Definitely something you want to play with young kids. Like if you have little kids, that's the perfect game to get, because they'll barely ever die if they do die. Dead Cells, one of my favorites. This is just the regular edition. Tales of Vesperia. One of these Tales games. Like my buddy says, Sam from Contagious Collection, Tales never fails. Then we have Diablo Eternal Collection. Splatoon 2. Now this is not the one that came in that big box. I actually have 2 copies of this game because I do play it online with my kids. And Crash Team Racing, CTR, a remake of Crash Racing. This is a really great game. And an absolute must-own, Mario Odyssey. And we got Paw Patrol on a roll. Something my son absolutely loves. Then we got Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Another must-own if you like Crash Bandicoot. And the Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2. Another must-own if you like the Mega Man X series. Dragon Quest Builders 1. Definitely a harder to get game now, and holding its value and going up in price fast. You do not see this game a lot, so if you see it, I recommend you pick it up, because you might not see it again, or you will at a high price tag. Next one is Helmut. Twin stick shooter, that's Helmut. That's pretty fun. And Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. Really cool RPG. Absolutely stunning art style. Then we got Super Bomberman R, one of the first games on the Switch as well. Then we got Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. A little bit of a letdown to some people. They were expecting something different. Then we got ARMS, and we're gonna be getting one of these characters in Smash Brothers here soon, so wonder who it's gonna be. Then we got Octopath Traveler. Now this here comes out of my Wayfarers edition. This is an absolutely fantastic game, and this is such an awesome collector's edition. It has a pop-up book inside, the music CD. It is just absolutely was worth it, and I am so glad that I picked this up. I love Octopath Traveler. And next we have FIFA 18. Actually, the first, I believe the first or second sports game on the Switch. Because we did get NBA 2K18. But I picked up the first ones that they had. And other than that, I don't play a lot of sports games. So if I have one, that's probably good enough. And Sonic Team Racing. Definitely a cool racing game. Then we got a Atari Flashback Classics. This is a great collection of Atari games. I definitely have fun with this. And do pop it in from time to time. I like the way that it works with the Switch. And Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, a must-own. This game is awesome. Hope they make a second one. South Park: The Fractured Butthole. Not a bad game either. And then we have Mega Man Legacy and Legacy 2 Collection. Another must-have if you're into Mega Man. Then we got BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. Definitely a really cool fighting game. Then The Raven Remastered. I haven't played this yet, but definitely interested in checking this out when I get a chance. And Snipper Clips Plus, another game that came out early on in the Switch's life. There was actually another version of this. This was the second release, where they added the Plus version, extra content. The first one didn't have the extra content, but I think you got it as a free download. And Wild Guns Reloaded, an absolutely great version of an older game from the Super Nintendo. Actually, this is the best version to have because it has an easy mode and you can actually get through this game on it because the game is so hard. And Rocket League Collector's Edition. Rocket League is a ton of fun. And I got Victor Vran Overkill Edition. Basically a Diablo style of gameplay. And Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, one of my favorite games. This game is awesome. And we got Rogue Legacy. This is a limited run game I got from Best Buy. This game is hard as hell and you die a lot. I mean a lot. The Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection. This is a great collection of games. Garfield Kart Racing, Furious Racing. This is a game that I've only seen this one time and I picked it up. I did play it. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. You know, there's some lag. It seems to be like there's some frame rate issues from time to time. But it's not the worst. The noise of the cars does get irritating though. If there's a way to shut that off, it'd probably make the game a lot better. And this game is absolutely awesome. I highly recommend it. Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger. This game is an absolute blast to play and really reminds me of Mega Man Zero Collection. And my other copy of Splatoon that came in the big box. See, this is the not for resale version. So pretty awesome. And the limited run version of the original Yooka-Laylee. The one that was basically tried to be a Banjo-Kazooie collectathon. And didn't go over so great. But still, definitely worth having. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some of these bigger box collections here. So this is my other version of Starlink. Battle for Atlas. This is the Star Fox, Switch edition. This is a really cool collection. This game actually is pretty good. It went down to $9.99 for this. Originally, this was $75. I got it on launch day, paid $75 for my first one, which is right here, which I have all the stuff out of the box. So for me to see this for $9.99, I had to get it. even just to leave it sealed. This is a really good game, honestly. I have fun playing it. And then I got Toki, the Retro Collector Edition. This is still sealed. This was a GameStop exclusive. It actually has a little arcade stand that you can set up to put your Switch in. So that's pretty cool. It comes with some stickers and stuff and looks like an art book. But it has, I think this has the retro version of the game and then a modern version of the game. So pretty cool. It was a hard as hell arcade game, if you're not familiar with it. And you've seen the Mega Man 11 with the amiibo here, so that's pretty awesome. And the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate box that came with the steelbook and the controller. And these two collections here of shoot 'em ups, the Psikyo Shooting Stars Bravo and Alpha collection. Definitely some awesome arcade shoot 'em up games. On each one of these is, I believe, about 5 different arcade games. Definitely really cool and worth a pickup. And I believe those are going to wind up going up in value through the years because shoot 'em ups seem to always go up. And another collection I recently got, La Mulana 1 and 2, the Hidden Treasures edition. Definitely pretty awesome here. This is a retro style game. I'm not 100%, but I believe this is a game that maybe got its start on MX Computer or something. But regardless, pretty awesome and just a beautiful box. I mean, I haven't opened this yet, but I will because I want to play these games. And then this is the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu that came with the Pokeball Plus. Just some different odd boxes here that came on this stuff. Sonic Mania Plus came with a little art book. And the Pokemon Sword and Shield Dual Pack came with this exterior box. And this nice gem right here, the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Special Edition, absolutely awesome. This is like raised on the front here. This is a really nice box. It has like a almost like a shine to it. I don't know if the camera picks that up, but it's like a rainbow effect. It's pretty cool. And there is a huge art book in here and a CD, and this came with the steel book. So this was definitely worth picking up, and this is a really cool game. And then we have the Ring Fit Adventure. You've seen the game, but here's the actual Toy-Con that's in this box right as we speak with the little strap. Definitely a cool game and a must-own in Japan. They're actually importing these from the US over to Japan. And then last but not least, we have the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Master Edition. Absolutely awesome, and this is my favorite piece in my whole collection. Absolutely love this. This is something that I missed out on launch day, so I winded up picking it up later. This is still sealed, and I probably will never open this. Just absolutely awesome. This is a personal trophy for me. More than anything, it's not even, the value of it really doesn't mean nothing to me. Just having this means more to me than the price could ever mean. So pretty awesome stuff. Definitely glad that I do have this, and I have this on my Zelda shrine. But what do you guys think of my Nintendo Switch physical game collection? It has absolutely grown like crazy, and it continues to grow. I'm constantly getting pickups. You know, if you're new to the channel, definitely check out some of my pickup videos. I put them out at least once a week because I'm always picking stuff up. But I appreciate everybody watching. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I try to put gaming content out as much as I can, guys. And if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and you know, give it a thumbs up just for putting all this work into setting all these damn games up, because it took a lot of work just to set all that up. But I really appreciate you guys stopping by, and especially if you watched to the end of this video. Thanks a lot, guys. But that's it. I'm the War Train, and I'm out. Have a good one, guys.